In today's video, we take a look at a woman who really understands the nature of men and women when it comes to relationships, and this man here who refuses to pay the bill for this single mother.
She brought all her kids on our date and want me to pay.
I ain't paying for your kids, man. This is crazy. I said, we gonna do a date. I said, I called you, asked you to come on a date, and you talking about pay for your kids.
Yeah, pay for still, baby. You pay for me.
What's the best advice you have for men and women when it comes on to, finding a partner?
First is for women. You gotta know what you want. If you want a CEO, someone who is financially successful, that guy is not gonna be at 5 o'clock at your house having dinner with you and cooking with the children. So you gotta know, if you want a powerful man is busy.
Wouldn't she also lose attraction if he's always available to her?
Not if you're living in $1 million home. And that's what people need to understand. Women need to decide, what do they want? If they want a provider, if they want to have financial status, if they want to have a good life for their children, and money and status is important, then you're going to be with a type of guy that doesn't have quantity of attention, but will have quality.
And the best advice you have for men?
When it comes to relationships, men need to look for women that they can have purpose with, that they can build something with, and not just the pleasure and the fun and the excitement of the moment. Because when there's a lot of money, everybody's like, ha, 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 that's pleasure. But when things gets tough, they're not there for you. But if you're with a woman who's also committed to your purpose, even when the going gets tough, she'll be there for you.
What she says is true about dating and relationships for both men and women. But the problem is that there are not many women out there who fit her description. Most modern women only care about themselves and what they can extract from a man. For them, it is a game or experiment, as shown in this clip here.
I mean, the whole time I was seeing him, I was kind of just using it as a psychology experiment, and didn't really like the guy. I more just wanted to see if I could break his heart. I like humbling men. It was fun.
So did you break his heart then?
Just a wee bit.
You've ruined him for other women is what you're saying.
No, I mean, I think he was like kind of a diagnosable narcissist, so it was more of just like a head game. I think he's much too conceited to be in full heartbreak, but I hope I did a little damage.
And after listening to such clips, women would still blame men for not choosing them when it is their responsibility to weed out the bad apples so they don't get surrounded with them. And this is also the reason why men would rather stay at home, play video games, or do anything else apart from interacting with women as called by this woman here.
The truth is that the good guys are done with dating. They would rather be single and have their peace than be in a relationship and not be treated correctly. They're done playing the games, okay? Them not texting them back, them giving them mixed signals, them opening up and sharing their feelings and then breaking up with them. They don't want to deal with that. They'd rather work a lot, go home, play some video games, watch a movie, and spend time with their dog or themselves, because dating out here is so hard.
Yes, dating is really hard, but for the average man, it's almost impossible, and most modern women aren't doing them any favors either, as we see in this clip here.
Hey man, she been telling me all this time you was her brother.
Why you gonna my son now?
Real,
that's you're a goofy. You're a goofy. That's exactly why I tell you.
People need to know.
He's 16.
Don't, man, still, how would I know that?
16.
You told me that was your brother, though.
Yeah,
you a real live goofy for this, bro. Bro, don't do that. We ain't gonna do that. We is not gonna do that.
So what you gonna do?
Man, you know what? You right. I just need to get up out of here because you ain't right, bro. I've been there for 6 months. I don't care what it is, bro.
Really?
That's something you don't lie about. You are not to be trusted. You are not to be trusted. You thought I wasn't gonna find out? You thought I wasn't gonna be found out?
Talk to me like a man. Like who you go talking to? You ain't
have to talk
behind my back.
I ain't talking to nobody about it. It's just telling my life. I got a phone call about it. I got a phone call.
A lot of issues I've had with men in my past, bro.
What that got to do with me?
You
should leave that back there.
You knew.
You leave that back there. But lying about a whole child? That's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool. That's like me telling you I ain't got no kids. That's like me telling you I ain't got no kids.
Woman, but this is cool.
Still.
You supposed to protect me.
That's goofy, bro. That ain't protect. How? You've been lying.
She hides a kid from her boyfriend, and instead of accepting the responsibility for her actions, she is talking as if he is the reason for her wrongdoings. That's why they say, never underestimate a woman's ability to argue, even when she has been caught red-handed, and because of their pointless arguments, you get women like her who regret their past actions.
I just wanted to talk about the fact that it's okay
to sit down and miss the person sometimes, miss the connection you had. I think a lot of the times I try, and I think I'm really strong about what happened to me most of the time, and I think that I haven't cried about my ex in a long time, actually. But today, I just kind of sat down, and this is a holiday I probably would have spent with his family too, and it's okay to just like miss what you had sometimes. Like, I know that we try and tell ourselves like, well, you know, they weren't right for us, or maybe they were a bad person, or maybe they did this, or they did this to you. And like, while I think that's true, and like, I think that you can tell yourself that, I mean, that's like, I try and put on this really, sorry, this is very rambly, but I really did just pick up the camera and start talking. I think what I'm trying to say is that we tell ourselves, or at least I do, if I'm thinking about my ex, I typically am just like, nope, not gonna think about him. Like, we're detaching, you know what I mean? And that works the majority of the time. But sometimes you can just sit down and cry. You can sit down and let out your feelings. And I think people who don't ever cry about the things, or people who don't ever let themselves think about it, like, we have to think about it. We have to feel the things, and that doesn't make you weak. Like, being vulnerable does not make you weak. I really hate when people say that, because life is all about the human emotions and what we go through. You know what I mean? Like, that is literally life. And I just think that it's okay to just sit down and miss what you had. It's okay to, and that's not even me saying, oh, I miss my ex, I miss blah blah blah. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that sometimes I miss having a connection like that, where I felt like, oh, I had a person, right? And like, I had my person. I miss that for sure, but I think sometimes it's okay. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to sit. And I think a lot of the times we try and distract, or we try and fill with voids, or we try and move on to the next person. And some days it's okay to just sit, and it's okay to have a cry and get back out there in life.
Being vulnerable may not make you weak, but it definitely makes you look stupid. Because in today's world where women are thirsting for good and responsible men, you were foolish enough to put your guy up on the market as well, and before you know, he has got another woman who knows the real value of him and isn't going to let him go.
I want you to wait until this generation of girls that have only and sell their body online and do and all of this stuff that is supported and empowered, until they have children and their children see, because the internet isn't going anywhere. It's going to be on the internet forever. You think Lana Rhoades is going to ever have her videos wiped off the internet? No shot. It'll always be there. Wait till that kid grows up and sees what his mother did. I don't know how bad our culture is going to be then, but I'm telling you right now, this is a storm, and this is a recipe for the destruction of our...
Hey, peace. What's up? All right. I divorced my husband. Why did I divorce my husband? I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness. I found myself divorced and out there looking for love in all the wrong places, fucking this one and that one and that one and that one and this one and that one, and my body count going up and my value going down. I'm just gonna call it like a TI is. All the while, my husband done found somebody else building a relationship and building a life with them. I should have stayed married.